you in a Taurus field, the easiest way to get into the center is noise canceling.
Ooh, go deep into that.
You play the frequency of the same thing, and then boom, they cancel each other out, and then now you can't hear it.
And this is why we gotta match this. The Hindu was like, we gotta tune our frequency basically to this frequency of Zen, where this is this frequency at 0 degrees,
which you can hear. Mm-hmm. You can hear it when you on a peaceful night in your bed. There's a ringing always going on in your ear. That's your personal frequency, and then you know it anyway when you go on journeys, because that's the first thing you hear start going.
This is facts.
And then
this is facts.
It's about to explode. Like, yo, this is about to. I'm scared. You know, I went through so many times.
why do that shit sounds like a tornado wind?
Yeah, see, because that's what Dan Winter was saying. He was dropping the gems. He said that's when you reach a certain stage of consciousness, all you are really is a tornado with consciousness.
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, and ain't nobody really trying to step in the eye of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a system of power. But see, that's the whole thing about when you then look at the human design. The human design is actually a weapon. And it's a pentagram. They call it a light hammer. Like, it glows on the spiritual plane because the skin is the scaly hide of a serpent. It's a dream, or the derma, or the dream, right? It's an anagram, right? This skin literally is the largest organ in our body. And on the astral plane, it looks like your whole body is a blazing fire with this activated. Right? And then you feel these cones on your hands and on your feet. It feels like these cones are spiraling off your hands and your feet. And then you feel like anybody that you touch, you can heal them, that you can cure them. You know it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And there is also seems to be no ego intact. It's almost like, but your goal is not to go and try to do this in Vegas and show everybody your power and throw lightning around like a Sith Lord. It's more like, you just want to make sure that you're in alignment with the divine cause, which you feel. And then the feeling, it's like I said, it's like being at your grandma's house, though. It's kind of like, you know, you feel like that you don't say anything. When you're in the high vibration, you don't say anything because you know what you say is going to manifest. And you be like so unsure of what you're about to say, you just don't say anything. And everybody be sitting there in silence. And so, you know, and this is, so when so in having the experience, I could imagine that before warfare, it's like a training module. It's perfect training sim, to be honest. Like, you don't really know what you have until you lose it, right? So you could be born in the royal house, whatever, with all this stuff, and you won't know what that is. I've seen kids, you know, they got money and everything. They don't know what money is. A poor kid knows what money is. So you strip them of everything. And I think that's what the whole thing about Inanna, and when she's descending into the underworld, she lose her earring, she lose all her stuff, basically, right? And then now you in plane zero, and you don't got anything but who you really are, which is really everything. So at the end of the day, now it's like that test of, is that really you, all those powers and abilities, or are you really who you are, whether you don't have powers and abilities or what people are perceiving as powers and abilities or not? And then when you get them back, which I cracked into, this is what you're getting back is you're getting back your elemental animal. That's what you're getting back. You're basically getting back something that is been concentrated over time that operates kind of like, remember Buddy in the Never Ending Story, he had that dog? It operates something like that. It basically is it's a organic. Some people even think that in certain cultures, it's a dragon for them. And basically this part of self has been long forgotten about. It's like you had this dog that y'all was like on point, and then you just forgot about the dog. Whatever happened to you, you don't remember the dog anymore. But then the dog had to keep surviving and went out into that plane that always exists in and has to survive. And so in that way, it doesn't at first really like you anymore. And that's kind of like that process of when a human being per se, or a soul, a spirit, is now becoming reacclimated with their power animal, right? Or not. I'm just saying that power animal for many people in many cultures was the concentration of their totem. because the composition of that person was the flora and fauna of the environment in which they were constructed in and their ancestors were constructed in. And so then these vehicles, this is why some people, when they go into the dream, they see themselves through like a wolf's eye, like they run into the forest and shit. While some people, they see themselves like a bird, like they're looking like they're a bird. Yeah. But then after about 15, 20 years in the Matrix, all of that be gone. Now you be dreaming about, if you haven't really peeped the game, their hacking is hacking the dream world. Right? Because man, how a dream gonna cook up the exact thing that you hate? I be sometime in a dream, especially if I eat too late, you know, because it's your fault. At the end of the day, you know, all the protection you want, you eat, you know, a bunch of stuff before you about to go to bed. Your organs they're not ready. They still processing. You go in, you're sweating, your temperature, it's late. You missed melatonin hour, the whole nine. And now you in there. And for sure, the detail of this, as I said, I still believe that they wear in Saturn's signet ring right now, because I think when you have beings like Yahweh and Saturn on the planet, there's no guessing. They won't let you guess. That's that kind of energy. Everybody needs to know everything. This particular energy, because it doesn't really have the word, it doesn't have the power that way, it operates with the cloak. The cloak of invisibility, like it's a cloak and dagger. Right? So their cloak of invisibility is their greatest weapon. If you can't see them and you don't know that they're there, then if you don't believe that they exist.
And the deep shit about it is like, it's in plain sight, but you can't see it though.
Exactly. It's because it's right here. It's like if I'm asking you to read something on your hand and it's like, I can't, because I can't focus.
Damn.
Right? I can't focus.
This is facts.
That's again. So those teachings with the aesthetics, what they had gotten into, it was just what you were saying. They will kill all of their external selves. They will make sure there's none of them still alive, which are like ideas connecting to other things. Then they bring all of their concentration of their thought in its present, and then knock shit down, throw people around, all that kind of stuff. Because when your thoughts are all concentrated into one environment, it can push and break and move things in the environment. But because the human being, it's got tentacles connected to everything, all thoughts and ideas. Shorty that pissed me off last night, that car that I want, all of these different things. Now you got all these tubes connected to you, and it's just like there's just not enough juice. You know what I mean? To power that kind of
all. Wow.